Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Keegan and welcome back to another video on this channel. Today's video is going to be different, it's not going to fall apart of a series. Today's video is going to be about the 5 TV shows that I'm most interested in coming back this season. Now, most interesting means I'm not exactly thinking they're going to be the best TV shows that are coming back, but 5 of the TV shows that I'm really interested to see what they do and what sort of road they take heading into the new season. I'm going to explain each of my thoughts as we get along. So first up, let's start with a TV show that really let down a lot of people last season. Arrow. Now, it hasn't just been letting people down in the last season. The last 2 seasons, the last 2 seasons, I should say, have been pretty disappointing overall. They've had very average spans for characters. They've had very average villains, in my opinion. And it just sort of has eventuated to not a lot. Now, it's season 5, so you would have to think that this season of Arrow is the last one for it to redeem itself. I'm giving it one more chance, and that's probably one more chance more than a lot of other people are giving it. But the reason I'm finding this going to be really interesting is I'm going to be really interested to see what they decide to do. From looking at the preview for the upcoming season, they've got a lot of other sort of heroes coming in, and that's been my one big issue with Arrow, is they've spent a lot of time spreading out their time very thinly, focusing on other characters and not focusing on Oliver Queen himself. So I'm interested to see if they can recapture the form from end of season 1, season 2 Arrow, about how it looked. It was darker, it had an interesting villain that you could understand, you could empathize with. So I'm interested to see if Arrow can recapture that form, because if it can't recapture that form, then unfortunately I think Arrow is going to be going down, sliding further and further until it just ends up on a scrap heap with no real conclusion or no real solid ending to the show in general. Now, Flash in season 2 was a tale of 2 shows. There were episodes that dealt with the difference between the two universes and traveling between the 2 universes, which I thought was really, really good. And then there were episodes that were really, really underwhelming and that focused too much on ensemble characters, and again, not focusing really on Barry Allen himself. And it didn't have those satisfying conclusions they did in season 1. So now with a great season 1, and a so-so season in season 2, I'm really looking forward to see what Flash decides to do with season 3. Now, from all accounts, it looks like we're going to get another speedster as a villain, but I'm hoping that while a speedster might be the overall villain for the show, I want them to have a couple of arcs where there's a different villain that isn't a speedster, and hopefully that they can extend it out a bit. I'd love to see some more Gorilla Grodd. I'd love to see them bring back Captain Cold and the Rogues if possible. Are they going to do that? Who knows? I'm not sure if Flash has set up themselves up for that. They've got this Flashpoint episode to happen, which is going to be happening at the start of the season, with Flash going back in time and changing a lot, and he's going to come back to his regular time, and it's going to be all different. Now, for me, I'd hope that would take the entire season, but apparently it's only going to be happening for the first couple of episodes, which is kind of disappointing. I like the idea of the show being shaken up a bit, but we'll wait and see what happens. We'll see how the Flashpoint is received, and then we'll see how the rest of the season goes on. Now, the season 6 finale of Walking Dead was one that was met with a lot of anger and a lot of vitriol, because it didn't give away who was the character that died at the end of the season. It left you on a cliffhanger. Now, it's a cliffhanger that I didn't personally mind, but a lot of people seem to have a lot of anger about it. And so at the end of the season, you are in the perspective of a character and you're getting your head beaten in with Lucille, and you see the blood streaming down the face, which, mind you, didn't look the best as far as special effects go. It actually reminded me of when you're in James Bond and in GoldenEye 007 on 64, and you die and you just see the red come over your eyes like that. So that's what it reminded me of. It didn't look the best. There was going to be a lot of people tuning into that season 7 premiere to see who is the character that's died and see if it diverges from the actual comic. That's why this is probably one of the most interesting premieres I'm looking forward to seeing, is to seeing who's the person that's died, how it's handled, and how it actually differs from the comic book. Now, iZombie Season 2 ended in a really convoluted way, And the whole story with Max Rager at the end of the season was one that sort of lost me a little bit. Up until that point, I was really invested with Major murdering zombies to basically save Liv. But towards the end of the season, it got a bit weird for me. But I'm actually looking forward to the start of season 3 and to see how they break away from it and how they set themselves up. They've already seemed to set up a new villain at the end of season 2 for season 3. So I'm looking forward to see how they use that. It's one that I've binge watched at the end of the season. Once the season's finished, usually Netflix puts the whole season up pretty much the week after it finishes. So me and my girlfriend have binged iZombie at that point. But I think this year I might actually follow it from week to week. Because the first 2 seasons were mostly really strong, it's actually sucked me into watching it week to week for iZombie season 3. So I'm really looking forward to it. I'm really looking forward to see where they go with the new villain. Now, the last show is a premiere. Now, it's not a show that we've seen before. It is Westworld. Now, in the UK here, it's going to be on Sky Atlantic. I'm not sure the channel it's going to be on over in the States. But it's one that I'm really looking forward to, and it's one that I haven't really researched into at all. All I've noticed is it seems like it's almost like robots or cyborgs in a Western world, and I'm purposely not researching in on it because I really want to be surprised by it. Now, there's people, especially ads over here, are talking it up as the next Game of Thrones, the next big hit sensation. And we're just going to have to wait and see what it's like. But at the moment, what it looks and what I've seen, I'm a sucker for a Western, and I do love a good Western. So I'm hoping it ties into those, but it also has a sci-fi sort of feel towards it, being with robots, cyborgs, what it seems like that, and all that sort of stuff. So I'm really looking forward to the way it's set up. I'm purposely going in not knowing a lot, so I'm hoping to be surprised and hopefully going to be very, very impressed. Alright, so they're my top 5 that are 5 of the things I'm most looking forward to. I've got a quick fire a few now that I'm just going to quickly run through, maybe do 10 seconds on each, and I'm going to tell you about why that there might be a show I'm going to be keeping up with this season. Alright, Legends of Tomorrow. Really interesting show, sort of caught me, then uncaught me, then caught me again. Interested to see what they do with the Justice Society of America. I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do there to make it a bit different. Will they incorporate Arrow and Flash characters more? We'll wait and see. Supergirl, haven't watched season 1. Wife really wants to watch season 1, and then we can watch season 2. I'm looking forward to seeing them in the CW universe now amongst Flash and Arrow. How they're going to bring her into that same universe, wait and see on that. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 4, Ghost Rider, can't wait. Love Ghost Rider. Hated the Nicolas Cage Ghost Rider. Love Ghost Rider as a character. Interested to see what they do with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I haven't really looked it up, but Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s always one I sort of keep a track of, and looking forward to seeing what they do with that and moving on, because I'm glad, hopefully the Hydra thing's done, because I'm sick of Hydra and you're probably sick of Hydra. So I'm looking forward to see what they do with Ghost Rider and moving on with Inhumans possibly. Luke Cage, I know it's a Netflix show, but I'm going to count it amongst this. Jessica Jones was really good. Luke Cage was a good, nice, a solid part of that. I'm hoping there's a different feel to it. Daredevil season 2 was it was great. Then there were great parts in the middle, and then it sort of fizzled at the end, unfortunately for me. But hopefully Luke Cage can be a return to form for Marvel Netflix. I'm hoping the feel's different. I've seen a few shorts of it on YouTube. It looks really good. I'm hoping they can continue with that form. Gotham season 3. Gotham started really slow. End of season 1 got me. Season 2 was okay. Gotham's probably in the same boat as Arrow. If Gotham doesn't sort of produce this season, then I'm off it. Much like Arrow. But we'll wait and see. I'd love to see Batman by the time the Gotham ends. I don't think it's going to happen, but I'd love to see Batman. We'll wait and see. Who knows? Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed my list. I did five pretty in-depth and 5 really quick-fire ones. As you can probably tell, there are a lot of them are very comic book superhero related. So in the comments below, I want you to let me know any TV shows that I should be watching that aren't sort of related around comic books or superheroes, because that seems to be my genre at the moment. I want to try some new things. I want to try and break the mold and try some different types of TV show. So if you've got a TV show you're really looking forward to, or a show that you really think I should be watching, do recommend it in the comments below. I'll give it a watch, and then I'll let you know in another video down the track, or I'll just directly message you in the comment thread below about what I thought of it and tell you if I'm going to be sticking with it. Well guys, thank you for watching. Make sure you do like this video, subscribe so you don't miss any of the videos on this channel, especially we're getting to that time of year when there are a lot of premium gaming stuff and television stuff and movies coming out. Keep a track on this channel so you get my opinion on all that sort of stuff. Thank you for watching guys, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you later.